Hello and welcome back for episode 21 of Pentagon for Gold. Today we have an almost impossible task as we try and beat Sundowns in the Champions League. Having lost the first leg 5-2, at least we did get those 2 away goals, but also we were just awful defensively, so we need to avoid conceding any goals because this task is difficult enough as it is. I don't think we've ever beaten Sundowns by 3 goals, so I'd fully expect that we'd go out at this point. What I am going to do is I'm going to play attacking from the first whistle because generally I do better against them once I've gone attacking. Maybe that's because they take their foot off the gas, who knows. But since that last game we've only played 1 game, which was against Golden Arrows with a 3-0 victory. All goals coming from Mkwanazi, who is not registered for this tournament because of his exploits with Sundowns in 2 sub appearances at the start of the year, which is very annoying that he can't play for us as a result of that, but what can you do? So without further ado, let's head into this slightly crazy game. Today's 11 is very similar to the one that played the last leg. You might find I'm a bit crazy, but I've used the same defence. Buthalazi's moved into midfield rather than being on the left wing, so Nkabane has moved into defensive midfield. And as a result, that means Shalquick comes in on the left-hand side. Makuma keeps his place up front. Hopefully he can be in as good goal-scoring form as he was in that last game, and the other players won't let him down. So without further ado, let's head in and hopefully get a really good start. We could do with getting an early goal to actually give us a chance of getting through this because we're not in a good position in this tie. Daniel's here. Whacks it a bit long for Buthalazi. He's now being pressed back by the Sundowns players. And Byrne finds Makuma. And we're 1-0 up already. Just what the doctor ordered. Come on, lads. Great pass from Byrne. Cracking finish from Makuma. He means business. Let's build on this. And Shalquick's now got the ball. Makuma did some good work there. And Kabane finds Makamela. He's now been pressed back again, and Buthalazi's just about got to the ball first. Daniel's here. Oh, how has that not gone in? Wait, he didn't even have it blocked. It was just Makuma missed from there. Well, that was awful. Sadiku's header's just gone over, thankfully. Let's keep pressing though. We started this game well. We need to win the ball back here. Can't be giving them too many chances in this game. Oh dear. And that's probably that. We need to win 4-1 now. 3-0 was difficult enough. And now we've got 70 minutes alone to actually get this 4-1 victory. Buthalazi, his free kick's gone straight into the hands of Afori. And Velapai has sort of given up on the ball there for no apparent reason. Buthalazi hasn't though. Makuma here. Struggling to find options, but he has found Buthalazi. Velapai, and now Daniels. He's got a lot of space here. Madiba's won it fairly. And Liam Byrne now into Buthalazi. Another chance for us to recycle the ball. And Kabani into Velapai. And Makuma. He's scored again. Come on, lads. This game is proving slightly crazy so far. Wouldn't mind Makuma scoring a couple more. Could really do with the wingers also contributing because they've not really got on the ball all that much. Shalquick's been decent, but Vallejo could do with getting on the ball a bit more often. Right. We owe them. Let's go get revenge. This has been good though. We've played well so far. It'd be a shame to go out now having performed like this in this leg. I don't know what happened in the last leg. We got very unlucky. I don't know what's up with that camera angle. That is horrendous. Nkabane. Surely not. We're 3-1 up. The dream is alive. The dream is alive. Come on. If only we hadn't conceded that goal, we'd actually have something to play with here. But we've given ourselves a really good chance of getting back into this. Madiba to take the throw in. And Hotto back into Madiba. Someone needs to shut him down. Oh, thankfully, just crept past the post there. Come on. Shalquick needs to come off because he is tired. And let's get Malonica on. Move Velapai to a box-to-box midfielder. Let's encourage the entire team. Oh, we're so close, guys. We're so close. Come on. I think Vallejo needs to come off for Reyners. And I think tactically, really, we ought to get Mkaban replaced. And, oh, this is a difficult one. Let's keep Buthelezi there. Reyners can go as the other striker. And then I think if we perhaps go for an attacking midfielder and have Koopstad on. Koopstad can play as a deep line playmaker. Velapai can play as a... Actually, let's switch these guys over. Get Velapai as Mazzala. Koopstad can be a deep line playmaker. And Makuma can be a false 9 with Reyners as an advanced forward. No doubt after all of that we'll still go out. We were so close. We thoroughly deserved to go through. Oh, it's frustrating. We were so close. And now we'll be here for at least another season. I can't believe we've lost that entire thing. Both games actually in the end we somehow dominated, but the first leg, that 5-2 loss, was just too costly. We've received 679k. Makuma was superb, well done. He's playing himself into a chance to return again on loan. I wasn't intending to do it, but you never know. You might see more of him again next season, perhaps on the wing instead. Since that game in the Cup that we almost managed to come through, Sundowns have actually won the tournament. They played against ES Tunis and beat them 2-0. ES Tunis, you may remember, were in our group, and we made them look very ordinary, so we are very unlucky not to have won this tournament, in my opinion. We were one goal away, but what can you do? It's not always easy. Sometimes FM's just like that. Any of those goals didn't go in, or they didn't score this goal, we'd have gone through to the final. We'd have probably won it there. As it is, that means we have another season here. But since that game, we've had a 3-0 victory in the semi-final against Bloem Celtic in the Nedbank Cup. Then we won 1-0 against Broca, 2-0 against Amazulu, and 6-0 against TS Galaxy. As it turns out, Peter Levenberg is actually he's breaking the record for clean sheets if he gets one more this season. He's up for Player of the Year, which I wasn't expecting because I thought he'd been a bit rubbish this season. Actually, he has been really good. He has only conceded 11 goals all season in the PSL at least. He's conceded 10 goals in 11 games in the Champions League, which is probably why I had concerns about him. And even then, 5 of them came in one game. But we've only actually faced 44 shots on target this season, which is frankly ridiculous given the number of games we've played. I think that's fewer than a shot on target per game against us. But who knows, really? Actually, I suppose I think that was just for the PSL, so in reality it's probably 1 and a bit shots on target a game, but that is ridiculous. What a team this is. We just need to eradicate those silly defensive errors and manage to be even more clinical than we are now being. But realistically, I think it was just a one-off that we lost that game 5-2, because every other game this season, really, apart from the other game against Sundowns where we lost, we've been really, really good. So when we've got the reinforcements next season, including Sitole, who has ridiculous finishing, I reckon we could be in business. Makuma's now back in on loan, And Liam Byrne, I've also managed to extend for just 10% of his wages, so that's fantastic. But in the meantime, let's head into this game against Stellenbosch, where we could potentially win the title. We would need results to go our way, but it's possible if we win and Kaiser Chiefs fail to win. So let's see how it goes, I guess. We will submit this team. I don't think I need to make any more changes. I want to bring back Mukwanazi into this squad. And perhaps we get Mukamela on the left hand. No, actually, you can rest for the next game. I almost hope we don't win here because I want to win it after the cup final, and have the players that we want to be playing that have been here the longest who actually get to lift the trophy. And let's have a look at the other scores going on. So Supersport United are already winning against Maritzburg United. Not entirely surprising. Maritzburg United did actually beat Sundowns recently. It was just 1-0, I believe. But they seem to have gone a little bit off the boil recently, perhaps because of those losses. But they have still won the Champions League. So I guess they're not going to be too upset about it. And hopefully next season, that'll be us winning the Champions League. And I'd hope we could still win the league. Because if we won here, if we won the league, and we'd won the Champions League, we probably would have had the best season of all time in the South African division. Because we'd have won the MTN 8, I can't remember if we won the Telkom knockout or not. I think we did. We could win the Nedbank Cup, we could win the league, and we could have won the Champions League. So we would have won every single trophy available to us. And we were just really one goal away from it in the Champions League. So this team has got ridiculous potential. And bear in mind, with the Nedbank Cup, I was trying to throw it for most of the tournament. I played Levenberg at centre-back about 3 times. And my assistant manager said that he's happy to play there. So he hasn't got any ability to play there in reality, but my assistant manager certainly likes him there. Anyway, we have bought a penalty there. I don't think that was really a foul. Daniels went down like he was shot, as it said. He's a very good penalty taker for this level, actually. He's scored his last 3 penalties. So having joined us as a right back in January, he's already got 5 goals for us, which is, usually be very impressive. Obviously, the penalties does skew it slightly, but he's been really good since he's joined. And it's nice to have such depth at right back. It's allowed us to rotate, and Iverson hasn't been playing quite so often, which has been good for his development, actually, because I think he was often tired and would therefore not train at full intensity. Anyway, Mamba here finds Masomi, and it's a good save from Levenberg, but it is offside. How are we getting on in the other games? Sundowns are beating Amatux. Kaiser Chiefs are drawing. So yes, if they draw and we win here, we've won the title. Hence why I wanted to actually show you this game. I was planning on going for some of the later ones, but maybe we'll do this and then we'll do the cup final, depending on if we win here. If we don't win the title here, I'll show you the title winning game in another episode. We've been really good here, and this is very promising for the final in a couple of days as well. We've made them look very ordinary, Stellenbosch, who have really come down since they came second in what was our second season. But the lazy now, looking to trouble the right back in Samakize. Great cross. Vallejo's just put it over. But it was really good attacking all round. Yeah, they haven't had a shot yet, Stellenbosch. A season ago, that would have probably meant that they'd win the game, but thankfully we are much more clinical these days. Malonica into Makize. He's got loads of space on the left-hand side. And he fires in, and Vallejo's hit it over again. Those two seem to be combining well, but Vallejo just needs to get his headers on target. I don't think he's got amazing heading anyway. Yeah, 8 heading. 13 jumping reach isn't awful, though, particularly for a winger. So ideally, if he had a bit better heading, it would probably help him in those scenarios. Matavula has found Skellum, and they've scored from their first shot. Masomi with the goal. Can't complain too much. We are doing well aside from that. I think occasionally we will get caught out because of our high line. Let's get Vallejo off. He's a bit tired. think we'll get Rainers on. We'll take off Velabhai because he is also a bit tired. Makamela can go to defensive midfield. And Kevin Rivas perhaps can go in for Matsimbi. Yes, that would be the choice. Mashego. He's forced Levenberg to drop it out of play for a corner kick, but it hasn't led to anything really. We are thoroughly dominant here. And Kaiser Chiefs have now scored and are winning, so that means... Oh, they're drawing again. Could just be 7 minutes from the title as it stands. And they're winning again. It's all gone off in the second half in that game. They're now 4-2 up. Crazy. It's always entertaining when you suddenly get tons of goals pouring in other games. But yeah, we've not won the league here, but we're not far away. All we need really is probably a point at this point. We've qualified for the Champions League, not entirely surprising. 2.02 million and 38k a week. Oh wow. I mean, it's not entirely surprising given the amount of money we've got in our balance. We're about to get potentially 1.2 million coming in on top of that. How does that... So how is the wage budget? 3.7k. So the wage budget's not fantastic. But wow, this is quite something. 2.2 million, 2.02 million at this point of the save with this team is unreal. We could probably buy out most of the best 11 in the league if we spent our money well. But yeah, so if you've enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel as it really helps me out. And in the meantime, I hope you have a great day.